This video is sponsored by RKTF University, Radisson Blue.
Good morning, I'm Vidusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 1st of June and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. A 9-year-old girl from Kerala, India is in critical condition after a drive-by shooting in East London. The incident occurred on Wednesday night while she was dining with her family in a restaurant on Kingsland High Street in Hackney. Motorbike-borne assailants carried out the shooting according to the Metropolitan Police. The girl has yet not been officially identified. NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg dismissed Russian President Vladimir Putin's warnings about escalating conflict if Kyiv uses Western weapons for strikes inside Russia. Speaking at a NATO meeting in Prague, Stoltenberg said such threats are not new, noting that Putin issues them whenever NATO allies support Ukraine. Following Royal Air Force operations against Houthi militants, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak pledged to defend British interests overseas. For their joint fifth action since January, US and UK forces hit targets in Yemen that are affiliated with the Houthis. Senior Russian security official Dmitry Medvedev warned on Friday that Russia is serious about potentially using tactical nuclear weapons against Ukraine. Medvedev, deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council and former president, stated that Moscow's conflict with the West could escalate into a full-scale war, unfolding according to the worst-case scenario, and the transition to its final stage cannot be ruled out. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived in Sweden to sign 3 bilateral security agreements. He will attend the 3rd Ukraine-Northern Europe Summit, focusing on air defense and joint weapons production. US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announced that the United States and China will resume military-to-military communications in the coming months. Now, this development comes as Beijing praised the stabilizing effect on security relations. Austin met with its Chinese counterpart Dong Jun at the Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore, marking the first substantive talks between the two defense chiefs in 18 months. A New York City hospital fired a Palestinian-American Muslim nurse after she called Israel's war in Gaza a genocide during an acceptance speech for an award for her work with the bereaved mothers who lost their children during pregnancy and childbirth. As tensions in the Middle East escalate, the UK and US have carried out strikes against Iran-backed Houthis for the first time in over 3 months. The US Central Command stated that the attack occurred on Saturday. China's factory activity unexpectedly contracted in May, dealing a setback to growth prospects. Weaker new orders and export orders led to a decrease in output. The official Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index dropped to 49.5, down from April's 50.4 and below the forecasted 50.5, indicating a decline in activity according to the National Bureau of Statistics. The Pentagon announced on Thursday that the military partnership between India and the United States is growing and deepening. Pentagon Deputy Press Secretary Sabrina Singh highlighted the increased cooperation and its ties between the two militaries, noting that the US Secretary of Defense has hosted Indian delegations and traveled overseas to meet with counterparts. China will not attend a Ukraine peace conference hosted by Switzerland next month, according to Reuters, citing 4 familiar sources with the situation. The Swiss government aims to facilitate a peace process in Ukraine during the summit on June 15 to 16, though Moscow was not invited. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
ये सब आपके रिश्तेदार हैं?
बिजनेस पार्टनर है जी। ये दीदी बंगाल में बिजनेस संभालती हैं, वो चाचा बिहार में, ये यूपी में, ये मुंबई में और ये चेन्नई में, और इन्होंने हाल ही में खोली है दुकान दिल्ली में। पूरे देश में बिजनेस फैला है जी। सब कमाते हैं और मेरी बात तो खाते हैं।
ये इंडियन चीज है, चाइनीज नहीं।
दूल्हे तो आप ही हो ना?
और कौन होगा जी? देखिए, दादी का दिया हुआ सब कुछ है। सरनेम है, दौलत है, शोहरत है, इज्जत है, मतलब मिल जाएगी शादी के बाद जी।
हेलो, दूल्हा कौन होगा ये डिसाइड नहीं हुआ है अब तक। दूल्हा हम बनेंगे, इज्जत की कोई कमी नहीं है।
ए भाई, तुम तो रहने ही दो, हमारी दुकान इनसे काफी बड़ी है। दूल्हा तो हम ही बनेंगे, है ना पापा? पापा, पापा।
सब बुर्बक, इसको तो हम बिहार में दूल्हा बना देंगे, लेकिन यहाँ पे दूल्हा हम ही बनेंगे।
ओ काका, सारी शादियां क्या आपके ही घर में होगी क्या? और हम क्या यहाँ यूं ही दुकान खोल के बैठे हैं क्या?
ओ भाई, पिछली बार भी किसी दूसरे की बारात पे दूल्हा बन गए थे आप। इस बार आपकी दुकान भी आपके नाम से नहीं है।
अरे रुको 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 रुको, इसके बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे।
ओ दादा, दूल्हा तो इनके मैनेजर ही बनेगी।
हाँ, दूल्हा तो छोटे बाबा ही बनेंगे।
क्या? It's absolutely right.
1 सेकंड, व्हाई नॉट मी?
वही बोल रहा हूँ, हम क्यों नहीं बन सकते?
ये दूल्हा नहीं, दूल्हा हम बनेंगे।
आणि माझं काय? मैं बनूंगा दूल्हा।
अरे दूल्हा मैं बनूंगा।
घर का टेंशन मत लो अंकल, शादी के बाद तो घर हमारा ही होगा ना।
आपको लगता है ये अपने बीच दूल्हा चुन सकते हैं? तो प्रधानमंत्री कैसे चुनेंगे? खानदानी लुटेरों की कोशिश होगी बेकार। अब की बार 400 पार।
इस तरह आरकेडीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है।
यूनिवर्सिटी, ये है आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी।
आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
China has stationed its advanced J-20 Mighty Dragon 5th generation stealth fighter jets less than 150 kilometers from the line of actual control near India's Sikkim. This development was revealed by All Sources Analysis, a geospatial intelligence firm which released satellite imagery showing 6 Chinese Air Force J-20 stealth fighters at dual-use military-civilian airport in Tibet's Shinga state. Amid growing discontent over the United States' support for Israel in its Gaza ground offensive, a former official of the US State Department alleged that the government department falsified a report absolving Israel of responsibility for blocking humanitarian aid flows into Gaza. Moments after being found guilty in the infamous hash money trial, former US President Donald Trump lambasted the jury, calling the trial rigged and disgraceful. Trump made the provocative remarks while addressing reporters outside the New York court following the ruling. India's gross domestic product for the fourth quarter, January to March of fiscal year 2023-24, grew by 7.8% according to the data released by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation on Friday. For the full financial year 2023-24, the real GDP growth provisionally stands at 8.2%. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation issued a show-cause notice to Air India on Friday following an incident where passengers fainted on their flight to San Francisco from Delhi Airport after an 8-hour-long delay. A Srinagar-bound Vistara flight numbered UK 611 received a bomb threat on Friday, triggering swift action from the airline and security forces. Departing from Delhi with 177 passengers and 1 infant on board, the flight landed safely at Srinagar Airport around 12:10 a.m. as reported by news agency ANI. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah met on Friday to assess the situation in Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura and West Bengal, which have been facing challenges from natural disasters following Cyclone Rimal. PM Modi presently in Tamil Nadu's Kanyakumari for a 45-hour meditation session at the Vivekanand Rock Memorial, assured that the centre would extend full support to the affected states. 14 people, including 10 polling personnel, succumbed to heat stroke in Bihar over the past 24 hours, officials reported on Friday afternoon. The Disaster Management Department issued a statement indicating that most fatalities occurred in Bhojpur, where 5 election officials died due to heat stroke. Amid severe heat wave conditions across the country, 2 of Nagpur's 4 automatic weather stations installed by the Indian Meteorological Department registered temperatures exceeding 50 degrees Celsius. The Nagpur AWS, located in the middle of a 24-hectare open agricultural land owned by PDKV in Ramdaspeet off North Ambasgari Road, recorded a temperature of 56 degrees Celsius on Thursday. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, in an interview with CNN News 18, asserted that the Congress party and its allies would resort to any means to discredit the Bharatiya Janata Party's anticipated victory in the 2024 elections. Sitharaman emphasized that the people of the country would respond by delivering a mandate that the Congress and its allies would not be proud of. 57 seats across 7 states and the Union Territories of Chandigarh will go into polls in the 7th and final phase of the Lok Sabha elections today. This includes Varanasi, where PM Narendra Modi is seeking a 3rd consecutive term. Polling will take place in all 13 states of Punjab, 4 in Himachal Pradesh, 13 in Uttar Pradesh, 9 in West Bengal, 8 in Bihar, 6 in Odisha, 3 in Jharkhand and 1 in Chandigarh. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.